So when cats show, okay, so for those of you who don't know, when cats show you their butthole,
Yeah.
it means that they trust you.
What?
Yeah, because they're like, this,
So they're
you're
trying to
allowed to
seduce
look
you?
at my asshole.
Really?
Because if you think about it, they're predators. The last thing they want you to do is
Look at their asshole.
come attack their asshole.
You know, they're a lot like people. I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, you know, like
when you trust someone, you show
you show them your asshole.
No matter what Tamaine makes, it always seems to turn on my.
Oh, that's game 2. Hi, friend. He's fine. We have run, and I got an edge.
Kinda wet 'cause of all the chocolate.
I'm going to sleep like a baby today. I'm going to go into a food coma. It's so much. Wait, isn't that what happens?
Yeah.
Like you get.
Your blood sugar drops so low that your body goes into a coma.
So we kind of figure how to like be able to hear and the like a video playing in there, but then for some reason it cuts off the mic when we hear it, but we can hear the microphone and the computer at the same time. We're trying to like figure out how to not mute ourselves.
It's hot in here.
What if like a furry hand just like reaches in?
Then I will be the first one to jump up and get that hand job.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna be the first one to jump, like out of here, like
To run?
Yeah.
No, I'm going hips first into that hand.
Just thrusting forward.
Yeah. I'm doing it. I'll take one for the team. I'll test Bigfoot's fucking gorilla grip.
I'm the. Pull the hand in.
Ooh.
Like he tries to pull the hand, and you're like, no, not yet.
Or like his hand comes up and grabs me, and then you just see me go like hips first out the window.
I get that. Have you ever seen the movie Old School?
Yeah.
Where like
Where they tied the fucking
yeah,
shit
the
to the
rig,
balls.
and the guy jumps and he goes through that and he just goes
The
like hip
manhole.
first into the ground.
You're my boy Blue.
You my boy. I'm gonna go get an auxiliary cord, an aux cord,
Mm-hmm.
hook it to your computer to wait.
We could use like raise right here. This?
Yeah. Do you
That
have
would work.
Do you have another big wiener?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Of course, I got many big wieners. Bigfoot's about to find out. How long is this? 3 foot?
What?
3 foot?
Did I fucking get a chode of a cable?
Well, you got a 3 foot one.
God damn it! I thought it was like 6 or something.
It's like $1. What do you expect?
But it was in clearance.
Also, a florist. I don't know.
That's Russian.
This is not 3 foot.
Is that 3 feet?
That is the.
I think my legs are 3 feet. You know what? You might be.
God damn it. I don't. Not long enough. All right.
Wait, should we start another video?
Yeah, I've been recording this whole time.
But anyways, how's you doing, friend? Did you miss me?
I did, actually. It was really boring.
I was gone.
I completed my Gundam. My Gym Sniper too. He's done.
You a bastard.
Yeah.
We were sharing that experience.
You have like one leg left. Calm down.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
No, I'm missing a lot of armor.
Really? I thought you had like one leg left.
No, I did
And
both
the side
legs.
skirts. I know you had the side thing.
Yeah, I haven't put the side skirts, and the legs I think are done. And oh wait, actually, I think I'm not missing a whole lot.
You have like a piece of brownie on your lip.
Yeah, it's a brown.
Like a brown.
Just like I've been eating ads and just like a little reminder.
You got a little leftover. And maybe we should do an intro.
Like what?
The whole hi friends. Welcome
Oh yeah.
back to
Okay.
another THTGB podcast. Don't forget to like. I'm just gonna fucking do it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, friends, to help
Perfect.
support our channel.
Every
if we-
view help us feed an African child.
It may or may not be in our basement, but everything goes towards this child's health. Child's,
actually,
plural.
I mean, you to like omit the African part because some people might think it's racist when it's not. But some people are touchy.
I mean, that's just where the child's from. Where
that's where a lot of
there
hungry
was
ones are.
literally nothing about its race. That was where this child is from.
I just made it weird by bringing it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I did it.
I mean, he's white.
Yeah, that's it. See, if you thought that child was black, maybe you need to check your prejudice.
Yeah, for real. Like, I mean, he's got a weird accent like Elon Musk. But
There you go. He's African.
yeah, he's African. Like, I mean, we just gotta get him to. Yeah, he makes shoes too slow.
You mean shoes?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
that African child makes shoes way too slow.
I mean, he has an office and a bed. It's more of a blanket.
Yeah, but come on, man. He puts out like 4 shoes a day. Come
yeah. So like,
on. We need at least 6.
we need more like Nike type of like sweatshops.
Yeah, like
Did you know
Nike,
that?
come on, teach us the way.
Give us a tip.
Yeah,
Not that tip, but give us a tip.
just do
By
it.
the way, did you know that that's the problem?
What?
Like child labor.
No, yeah, that is a
like-
legitimate problem.
Like I thought. Well, I knew that it was rampant back like like 90s and stuff. There was a lot of
it's
like
still going
stuff.
on.
Yeah, and I with today's like technology and stuff, I thought, oh, that's just a problem that phased out. No, there's like a lot of like child labor camp sweatshops around. There's some in India. I
Mhm.
saw some in Pakistan. Now
China,
there's China,
a ton in
and
China.
Central America. It's still going.
Was the whole Apple debacle children, or were those adults?
Suicide.
Yeah, but like those people, were they children?
The ones committing suicide?
Yeah,
No, I think they were just grown adults. It's
It
just
was
like
just
like
terrible working.
the
like,
condition
conditions.
work conditions were so bad.
I wonder
that
if they had to pee in a bottle.
what,
Oh,
like Amazon.
like Amazon, yeah. I wonder if that was the level or if it was way worse.
I mean, I think it's way worse because like
I don't know.
it hasn't been a
Amazon's pretty
suicide in
bad.
Amazon.
I
has
bet
it?
I bet it's better than Amazon.
I mean, Amazon, if it doesn't fix, that's the way they're heading with that PR.
Yeah,
Because
for real.
I've known 2 people that have worked in Amazon, and they both had really bad stories about it.
Yeah.
Because you hear them in the news, and you're like, oh, it's just everybody hates their job. No, they legitimately get like traumatized.
No, yeah. I had a roommate actually that worked at Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Did he-
surprisingly he liked it. I don't know, maybe he was just a masochist and he liked
Did
the
he
views.
pee in a bottle?
Probably.
And then brought it home and was like, hey, Ian, want some?
Probably.
Still sterile, still warm. It just like patches a whole hand.
So
Is
I
it
have
necessary to drink my own urine? It's like, no, but I
But
do it anyways because it's sterile and I like the
the
taste.
So there was actually a story I had about P and him, but not mutually exclusive.
Oh, okay. You're not peeing on him.
No.
Okay.
So there was one time where I think it was one of my roommates was in the upstairs bathroom.
Okay.
This is at the condo. And then I'm 90% sure Mel was in the downstairs bathroom. So all bathrooms were used.
Oof.
And well, when I have to go, I have to go.
Yeah.
And
It's just on off.
yeah, and like I had to pee. Instantly had to pee. We had a balcony.
So he decided to go snipe.
It was dark out. It was like midnight, and I made sure that there was no one like walking their dog,
Yeah.
and I let it
Just
rip.
let it rip.
Yep, I let it go. I had to go.
Don't you have a pretty potent stream too?
Yeah.
Where you're able to like pee on the like the neighbor across.
It's funny because there's our balcony.
Yeah.
It's like here. Then there's like a path,
Yeah.
and then there's grass. I cleared the path. Like I hit the grass.
At that point, did you like turn into a competition just to like take away like the fact that you were peeing outside?
Well, it wasn't really like I was like, ooh, I'm gonna try and aim as far as I can. It was more like I got to get this out of my body and not get caught as soon as possible.
So were you doing the move where you kind of like clench your cheeks and like thrust your hips forward?
Yeah,
See if
I
that
had to get it
helps.
out. I just squeeze it out. full pressure. The valve was completely open. It was rough though. It was cold too, so that didn't.
A lot of steam coming out of it.
It was steam. It was.
That shot had tracers behind it too.
But yeah, that's
Did anybody ever like figure it out? Like, did you leave a pool?
No, well, that's the thing that's also where everyone walks their dog.
Oh, the dogs definitely found it out.
The dogs found it. I mean, Athena probably found it, but like at the same time, no one's gonna notice because the dogs are pissing all over and pooping all over everywhere anyway.
I mean, yeah, that's
so
true.
if they're walking by and they're like, it smells like pee. It's like, well, yeah, your dog just pissed all over.
But wouldn't you say that there's like a difference between like animal pee? I mean, dog pee and human pee.
I mean, like yes, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna get down and smell the ground to see if I can tell the difference.
But I mean, like if I smell like for example, if Minnie has an accident, yeah, I can smell like it smells like a little salty.
Yeah, it smells weird. Like a musky,
like a Slim Jim.
Yeah,
it has like this like sweet sourness to it.
Don't ruin Slim Jim for me.
But when I smell human pee, it offends me. It's like it hits the back of my nostrils really hard. I'm like, oh god, I can definitely tell what type of beer that man was drinking.
Yeah, you can.
It's a very potent bush. Also, by the way, this is podcast number 5.
Technically, yes.
Yeah. So like,
but third. It's the podcast 3 that's being released.
Yeah. So I was thinking that we might be able to salvage some of it and just release it at like. No, I mean just like a. There were parts that were pretty funny, so we can just make
take little
segments and maybe we'll release them just like people will know what we talked about.
Man, the poop knife.
Oh man, yeah. I did not know that was a thing, and
we had a whole segment in one of our podcasts that was with Mel. Mel was sitting here with us,
dedicated to poop knife.
She revealed that some households have a poop knife in their bathroom. It's for when poops are too long or maybe too dense.
when they're finding their way back in,
and they like use the poop knife to cut up the knife. Like I don't get that. Why do you cut up the turd?
I mean, when I was a kid, I had a story, and thinking about it after she told us about the poop knife, I wish I had a poop knife at the time because I think I was maybe 10 or 11.
Okay.
And I went to like a school friend's house. And
this is already a terrible story.
Like his bathroom, the one that I use at least, I don't know if his dad had a massive dong or he was a really weird toilet, but it was very long. It was not round. It was kind of, and it was kind of pointy too.
So like an elongated toilet, but just like
but it ended in a point. It was weird. It was like a teardrop.
So you walk into a bathroom. And like you see the toilet and you feel immediately like
you're not safe.
Yeah, like you're like
see, even as a kid,
like the toilet's doing the T-pose on you. Like
see, even as a kid, like I felt threatened by it. I didn't know why, but it was just like the feeling of it is like, oh dude, there's an alpha here. And well, I was like my 10-year-old legs were not able to cover the whole thing, so I was kind of like at the edge.
Yeah, my
turd was not hitting the water. So he was basically just sliding across, and at one point he lost momentum and he got stuck. And then I tried to flush it, but the water was like, I guess I let it dry too. And it's gonna sound gross, but he got stuck and water wouldn't push it down. And all of a sudden, like I'd spend maybe like an hour trying to figure out what to do, to the point that the bathroom started smelling really bad. And I could remember my friend. Like there was a window and there was a terrace, and the window you could hear what was happening over there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden my friend was like, "Hey," and he like talked to his mate. He was like, "Hey, you smell it? It smells kind of weird." And then the man was like, "Yeah, I don't know what it is. It smells like sewer." And I was like, "Oh my god, they're gonna find out." I was like, what to do? So I panicked and I went into the closet, and there was like a piece of like pipe, like oof, we're gonna hear that.
Yeah.
But there was a piece of what is it called? That plastic looking pipe, not the copper one.
PVC pipe.
Yeah, PVC pipe. I grabbed that and I shoved it. The bad part is that it's hollow. And at that moment my 10-year-old brain did not understand that I was feeding the turd into the pipe. So I thought it was moving, but no, it was a pipe covering the whole thing. And at one point I panicked. So it was like I started shaking it, and it broke it into pieces and it flushed it, and I let go of the pipe, and I was like, oh, it's gonna clear, it's plastic, bathrooms are, it's gonna get the whole thing. And then it got stuck, and then it started spinning with the water, and it was water everywhere, dude. It was a whole mess. I left that bathroom and I locked it from the inside and then pulled the door, and I just left the house and I never went back. I don't think I ever talked to that kid again.
You know, the one thing I grabbed from this whole story is that your friend had a maid. You were at a rich person's house.
It was, yeah.
You like walked in and you saw this.
Well,
that dude definitely went out of his way to buy this over dominating toilet.
He probably had like a tiny pecker. He just,
Probably.
It's kind of like buying a truck and lifting it.
Yeah.
He was just overcompensating. But then again, like I went to like private Catholic school, and like seeing people with mace and stuff, it was not like, it was commonplace.
Well,
it was weird.
I mean, like you even told me that back in the day, you guys had
nannies,
like nannies and stuff.
It was weird.
It's I don't know. I've never known someone who has had a nanny or
It's
maids.
weird. Like as you grow older, you realize how fucked up that is. I mean, it's not fucked up. It's a job, but then I was an asshole.
Well, I mean,
I feel like it innately makes you think of people like less. Yeah, because like I remember like when we lived, there was like you can call it a guest house, but it was tiny, but it was like a 1-room little house with its own bathroom and shower and stuff.
Right.
But it was away from the main house. So even then, you just felt like you were segregating. I was like, oh, that's the help. They live over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that though, because like you also, I think it kind of depends on the dynamic of said like maid or butler or nanny.
Yeah.
The help in general.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, for like one that comes to mind was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What was his name? Do you remember the butler's name?
Yeah, it was Conker. Springy. I don't. God damn it! I forgot about it.
Well, anyway, he was a part of the family. Like they all liked
Yeah.
him. Like granted, he was.
Should I look it up? See.
You know, I feel. No, I mean it's not a big deal because like.
But he was a big deal. He was a cool ass character.
He was a good character.
Did he have a British accent too?
Yeah.
That's the one that's.
You know what's really fucked up though?
What?
They treat him like the family, but at the same time they're like, hey, can you go make me food? That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, even thinking about it, like, okay, another example would be Batman, Bruce Wayne. And,
Okay. Yeah. And
why can't I think of the fucking help's name? Why can't I think of?
Watson.
No.
What's his fucking name?
Watson was a doctor. First off.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dr.
what?
Watson. Yes, he was.
From Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, Watson was a doctor.
Of medicine?
That I don't know. I know he was a doctor. He had
I
a
don't know.
PhD in something. I'm fairly certain he was.
I never read the books. I only saw the Sherlock Holmes,
I'm
and he was a
pretty sure
detective.
he was a doctor of medicine. I think he was a medical doctor.
Wait, hold on. What was his name?
Wilfred? Wilson?
No, give me not a Wilson.
We're talking about Batman?
Yeah,
Wilfred.
is it Wilfred?
I think it's Wilfred.
It sounds like it might be Wilfred.
Why am I having such a hard time with this? This is Batman. Like I'm a fucking nerd. Why? What? Yeah, it's Wilfred. I swear to God.
Is it?
I swear it's Wilfred.
And it is Alfred.
Fuck! Fuck!
I knew it was so
fucking
close.
wrong.
Alfred. Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah. What?
And I thought it was Alfred Pennyworth.
Pennyworth?
Yeah, I didn't know the last name, but I remember Alfred.
We all float down.
But it's like, I think that dynamic is always weird, and it doesn't matter how much you think you're gonna treat him like family, it never gets to that place. And
No,
in fact, like emphasizes it a lot more.
I kind of agree. Like, because I had always thought like, what's the word I'm looking for? Help, but like the child is,
Being raised.
no, he's
A molester.
your words aren't helping.
A child assassin.
No,
My name is
privilege.
Baby Killer. Oh,
when you have
okay.
when you have a privileged family or privileged like child,
Yeah.
like me thinking like, so when I grew up, my mom, it was like a single parent household.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, ever since I was like 10 or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wait, hold on. How come like I look like I'm looking like this way, but you're looking forward? How are you doing that?
magic.
Are you going like this?
Yeah.
Why does my neck hurt so much like this?
This is my default state.
Why am I? I feel like I'm turning a lot more than you. What the? Like, it feels like you're like facing the camera, but facing me at the same time.
I'm just good.
Wait, also, like, I need to check the angle of the camera. Or is it good?
No, it's good.
I think it's good. Should I just like separate? Oh, there we go.
There you go. That's good.
That's what it was. That was
way
too
better.
close. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Now
You're in my personal bubble, rubbing my leg and shit. Get out of here.
I thought that was a microphone arm.
No,
I was adjusting the angle too.
that was my my tripod.
That was the 3-footer.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, what were you saying? Is when privileged?
Yeah. So me growing up,
Why was I so close?
you just like to be close to me. Okay, friend. We've been away from each other for a while.
2 days. Was it?
No, you were gone. You left
Saturday morning,
Sunday,
and then I came back
Monday.
Yeah, it was
Monday
like almost
night.
3 days. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
I know. What a dry spell.
dude, that drive. It felt really short at the beginning, and then hold on, wait, before we go.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that's okay. Anyway,
Privilege.
yes. So, like I said, I grew up single parent household with my mom. She worked like rotating shifts too. So every week her shift would change. She would work first, second, third, depending on
okay.
whatever.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah. So like me, I was for the most part raised by my sisters.
Yeah.
Until they were of age to leave, which they did as soon as they were 18.
Oh, really?
They were gone.
Damn.
So once the middle sister left, I was pretty much left to raise, like, to be on my own.
Oh, okay.
And I always thought, like, it would be cool to like be in the position to have like a nanny or maid or something. So you had like, there was like the comfort of having an adult, and at the same time, like, they would be your friend.
Yeah.
But like, I was also a naive child. I wasn't paying this person.
Right.
So I was like, I have no idea. And like, looking at it now, like, it is a very, like, even if you have a close relationship with the children that you're raising as a nanny,
So it was a business.
there is always a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
So it has to be like, I definitely respect the professional nanny, because like, that is a weird dynamic to be in.
Yeah.
Then you also have the like
Butler dynamic.
the parents.
Oh.
They make a lot.
Yeah.
So there's a weird dynamic that you have to manage.
Yeah.
The parents, you have to be the parents to the child, but you don't want to overstep the boundaries of the parents as well. So it's like,
Right.
There's a lot
It's like a weird food chain too.
yeah,
Because like, I remember that I was a jackass as a kid too.
I mean, all kids are jackasses. Let's be honest.
But I still remember though that a lot of the there were times that, you know, like, we went through different nannies. They will move, or they're like get pregnant. They want to go have like raise their own kids and stuff. But we had a lot of input in who they hired. It was weird because as a kid, I think it's necessary for you to hear your kid was like, hey, like do you like that person?
Yeah.
But the thing, it also puts like weird ideas in your head, because there were times that I was like, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
And you were so naive. And I remember who told me this, but apparently like a toddler has the same like mental stability as a sociopath.
No, yeah.
Because like they haven't fully developed empathy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
God damn it.
Holy shit.
Why did you say something?
Oh my God.
I just saw eyes in
I
the
know,
dark.
that's what I saw. I literally was like looking at you, and I just saw eyes appear next to your head, and I was like, holy fuck. Oh, okay. For everyone who doesn't see what just happened, Lily is dark. She is a very dark cat. So she blended in with the open window, and she is sitting across the room, but just happened to be over Jules's shoulder. And all they saw were these glowing eyes staring at me from the window.
And we're in the second story. The thing is, you jumped, but then I turned around and I was like, oh, there's nothing. And then I paid attention and I saw the eyes and I was like, oh.
Oh, fuck. Dude, my blood ran cold when I saw that. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I like how even Lily was like, what's going on over there?
What the fuck was that?
Oh, I keep on stepping.
What is it with you and your Elgato, dude? Just wrap it up.
Oh, yeah.
Just wrap it. Jesus, you fucking break everything. Stop it. I'm touching shit.
Yeah, okay. It's wrapped. It's been wrapped. We're back.
It's wrapped.
Okay, what the fuck were we talking before? Like, we have a heart attack.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
Yeah, it was like,
that conversation's ended. Lily destroyed any hopes of that.
It's over. It's gone.
Dude, my heart's still beating. Fucking
we'll come back to it one day. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like a weird dynamic of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah. It's like, I think it would explore better later in life. That's why I live with a lot of guilt, dude. I did so many terrible things to those people. They were just trying to like earn a living, and I was an asshole.
You know, I was thinking like how you said that that you had a lot of input.
Yeah, in the hiring process.
In the hiring process, and I was thinking that like at first I was like, that's good. Like you should have a lot of input as a child. But then I was thinking, I was like, it's kind of fucked up to give a child that much power to it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that you don't understand like what they mean by we want your input. They want you to be like, do you feel comfortable with this person around you?
Yeah.
But as a kid, you take it as like, oh, I get to decide if you get hired or not.
Yeah.
Because you're a fucking sociopath at that time.
Maybe they needed to explain it in a different way.
But it's kind of weird too. Like I said, it's just the whole thing is, like you said, is a hell of a profession, and I respect anybody that does. I mean, my mom did it too at one point, and later in her life, and it was that too. It was that dynamic, but at the end of the day, it was like, yeah, the kids learned to like love my mom, and they were always asking about her, and they were sad when they were like finally getting separated.
Right.
But then it comes back to the whole place. It's like, okay, well, job's done. Time to look for a new one.
So I can see there being two instances in a nanny's kind of like profession. There's the instance where you were hired as a nanny, and they treat you as a nanny.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's the dynamic where you're hired as a nanny,
you become family,
and you become a caretaker. There's a difference. Because if you're a caretaker,
okay. Yeah.
The children, like you said, like your mom, they grow attached. You do technically become family.
Right.
The parents are happy with you disciplining and
right.
You know, taking the role as a parent when they're away. But I can also see I can see some nightmarish parents being like, you're the nanny.
Yeah.
You're not a parent.
Simmer down.
Yeah.
Also, I can still see the fear in your eyes.
Dude, I'm shook.
You're really shook.
I'm really fucking shook.
I can't believe we didn't have a camera or anything to point at her.
And I'll say this. I'm very easily scared. I really am. It's easy to scare me. And it's not like jumping out at me or something. It's usually like if I'm focused on something.
Yeah.
And something that I don't know is there interrupts my attention.
Yeah.
So like for instance, if you guys watch the stream, Mel has a tendency to just walk up behind me and stick her hand in front of my face with something, and it terrifies me.
And also you have your headphones, so you don't hear her come in.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I honestly, I don't think even if you didn't have your headphones, she has like a very quiet.
She's super quiet. Walk. She can. I honestly don't think she walks. I think she hovers. I think she's a vampire.
Has learned from the singularity. You think?
Yeah.
She's the avatar of the singularity. She has the powers.
She just floats. Her feet don't touch the ground. Because I can never hear her approach.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, she has scared me quite a few times.
I will say the only time I can actually hear her coming is actually if I'm laying in bed, I can hear her come up the stairs. That's it. But
Oh,
if
because there's
she's-
a little quick,
yeah,
squeaky.
because there's squeaky
Yeah.
in the stairs. But other than that, like downstairs on that hard wooden floor,
Yeah.
can't hear her.
You just
She has the daintiness of a cat. That's how like quiet she is. She's a fucking ninja.
Do you think that's what she likes, cats? She learned from them.
Yeah, she's actually very cat-like.
What if she, like, her life is a lie and she lied to us and she was abandoned as a child and raised by a pack of cats?
I could see that. I could see that.
It's like Mel the Origins. We're gonna make a movie.
But yeah, so your trip to Iowa, you took your camera.
I did.
How did that go?
I did take my camera because even though that phones have pretty good cameras nowadays,
they
for
do.
some reason I kind of like trust the camera. And actually, I brought it with me here.
Real quick though, before you talk about the camera, what phone do you have?
I have a Galaxy S20, I think.
The S20.
Yeah,
That has a 4K camera, right?
I believe it does. Yeah,
Okay.
but the S21 is the one that has the camera that can zoom into the moon and stuff.
What?
Yeah, that's the one. Like, it has a better zoom than my lens, and my lens is a big one. Yeah, it takes a blue pill and gets bigger.
No, that's nuts. Because like I was thinking, because my iPhone can record in 4K.
Yeah. The thing is, like, it's all software, so it's I think
it's not true 4K, is it?
yeah, and the thing is, like, the reason why I think, like, DSLRs and mirrorless cameras is that it's a raw file.
Right.
You get true color, or I mean, better. You don't get any color
True-ish.
correction. Because every time I see like pictures of like comparisons of like it's always Samsung and iPhone. Sometimes Pixel gets in the mix, and then like take pictures like, oh, let's see which one's better. It's like the colors are richer on this one. It's like, yeah, but in real life that was not the real color. If you're going to take a good like picture, you want
the
true
raw
colors. Yeah, you want the raw file.
And it's funny because like when you take a picture with an iPhone or an Android, the colors are definitely
enhanced. Yeah,
like they're so much more vibrant than they actually are.
And
you want the dull. You want it dulled down so that you can actually then you can actually perform correct color correction to it. And it looks so much better.
and I think that also like translates into like how filters are so popular now. Because of that is you don't want to see the world the way it is because it's not as happy as it looks on an iPhone.
Right, yeah.
Everything looks better on phones and stuff. But that's why I took my camera, and then I found a couple of settings, and I was just like fidgeting with it, and I was starting to think how we made the conscious decision of going from webcams to having mirrorless cameras.
Right. Yep.
And basically that's what we're filming this with. It's another one of these is the Alpha 6000.
The same camera, yeah.
Yep.
Different lens, same camera.
Like we have a bunch of lenses. There's a telescopic lens, so this will not work for what we're doing because you'll be able to see inside of my nose.
Yeah, I mean that's
but
yeah.
Oh yeah. But like I was thinking about it and how we evolved when it comes to hardware.
Yeah.
Like in many ways. And I started thinking about something that we were talking about a while ago. How, oh, that's Apollo cam. That used to be Ian cam.
I think this was Mel's actually.
Oh, that was the Mel cam?
Yeah. Out of here.
Oh, there you go. the disrespect, he just yeeted in bed.
So this is actually the Apollo cam. This was the cam that we originally started with.
What was it, like an
streaming.
Anchor or something?
The Aoki?
Yeah, oh yeah, the Aoki. Yeah, I remember that.
It's like a Chinese.
And I bought one of those
brand.
too. So if you ever like watched us when we were streaming back in Facebook, and that was last year, I think it was July, August. We have those cameras, and even then we're like, oh dude, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And then eventually we started realizing that we might want to upgrade that. And we came to a conclusion, and that was how important audio is.
Yeah, so
everything.
When it comes to the video, honestly, even today, using that webcam would still be
acceptable.
Perfectly fine. There's honestly, I could actually make that look just as good as this.
I think so.
On a stream. 100%.
Channel accepted.
Because, well, if you think about it, so like when it comes to those,
I'm on the platform. Okay, I was feeling like Fat Joe. I was kind of leaning back.
When it comes to webcams, you don't have as much control over just different settings. But
Right,
the one
yeah.
thing you can do that isn't involved with the camera
Loops?
itself is color correction.
Right. Okay.
And I could do that right through. You download DaVinci, you can do color correction, make a loop, and then apply the loop to OBS.
Right.
The only thing you won't get is the nice blurry background, but other than that,
Right. And I think like it has like a few more settings too, because you get less the higher you go in the camera world, and there are leaps. It's not like you get $10 more, you get more settings. No, it's like you go from $20 to now it's $100, and now it's $200, now it's $600.
well, what's funny is that you actually get less. And by that, I mean, like, okay, say you have these cameras we have. What?
That's what you mean by getting less? You gonna talk about them?
Well, no, actually, no. But that, yes, that, but I meant something else. So, like, the camera we have is what, $600? $500?
I think it was retails like $650 or $700.
I think it retails for. God damn it, Lily! I thought she was gone. She started licking. God damn it. Anyway, the camera we're using right now is $650, and if you went and you dropped $3,500 on like the Alpha 7S3 or some crazy expensive one,
right?
Where you have like this that has like the lens that focuses and stuff.
Yeah.
That one you have to do like all kinds of different. You have to know what ISO, your aperture, everything like that, to be able to set the lens
to the way you want. Yeah.
Whereas these ones are a little bit more user friendly.
Like click and play.
Not as friendly as Ray's, where he has the ZV E10.
Yeah.
And his can do the blurry background without even needing a lens. He just pushes a button.
Yeah, like you need a special lens just to get.
I mean, his is software based.
Yeah.
That makes the background all blurry. But I mean, it's super user friendly.
I know, and I think that's the thing about that camera that he has is that how
his is only $800. By the way, the camera's $800.
Which we're only saying $800 because, for example, the camera that you're watching us through right now is $600 for the body alone, which is the camera, not the lens, just this part.
The body of the camera, yeah.
The lens is more expensive than the body itself.
Yeah, the lens actually makes the camera.
So basically, to get that blurry background, you have to pay, a hefty price.
$400. That is a Sigma lens. I paid more for the lens than I did the body of the camera.
And you can go with like cheap ones. Like I have a 7 Artisans here. And the problem is they're not very reliable. Then they're manual. You have to like learn f-stops and all that stuff.
You can get the same effect from them. They're cheaper, but
it's like the color correction is not going to be. Not color correction. There's a lot of color aberration,
and there's a little bit of sharpness loss.
Yeah, and there's sharpness. And I even took pictures outside in the shade and in the sun, and you can tell how more vibrant the colors look, more true to life they do on a Sigma compared to this. And I think it's just the glass.
Yeah,
like how clear it is.
Right. And that being said, if you wanted to use something like this for streaming, the Sigma lens, since your camera is, I mean, tiny box, you're not ever gonna know the difference.
Right. Okay.
I mean, maybe the color, but like again, if you just if the color is that big of a problem, you can always do some color correction, create a loop, put it in OBS.
And that was like, bring us to the next point is that the video is not as important as you think.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I know we kind of like, you brought it up earlier and I kind of like diverged from it, but audio, what?
Hijacked.
No, yeah. But audio is the most important thing to streaming, to video,
to podcasting,
to fucking being alive.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like audio is life. In fact, audio is the reason why the 2 podcasts that you guys never saw got scrapped. It was because of the audio.
We had audio issues.
Everything was recorded. We went through it and we realized that the audio was crap and we had to scrap the whole thing. The video looked perfect.
Yeah. The video was good.
And the thing is, so when it comes to like audio, think about it this way. When you go to edit anything, You put it into your software, be it DaVinci or Premiere Pro, Premiere Rush, whatever you want. You put that file in, and it'll separate the audio and the visual. If there's a glitch, say in the video, you can go around, you can play with it, you can you can
fix it.
You can do a freeze frame. You can
throw a meme.
Yeah, throw a meme. Exactly. You can do a little things as long as the audio is perfect. But if you lose audio, you can't fix it because that audio is gone. And you can add something. If you try to go back into it and try to I'm going to read this part, it's not going to sound the same. You're not going to lip sync. It's a whole hassle. It's a lot easier to work with video than it is audio.
Yeah.
And that's when we, even before I think we started upgrading our cameras, we upgraded our microphones.
The microphones.
Motherfucker. Okay. But yeah. So then I bought a really cheap condenser mic,
right,
which I quickly threw away because it was like $50. It had an arm, it had a pop filter, and then it had another pop filter, which for some reason I always use both because I got all the gear, I'm going to use all of it. And then it had a shock mount. It was the whole deal,
right? And I actually think I did the same thing with pop filter with the one that attaches
the windscreen.
Now I'm doing it too. But yeah, it had the wind.
But it was well, if it came a little bit, I'm going to use all of it.
Yeah, you might as well. Yeah. You know, going to hear my pluralatives. What are they called?
Plosives.
Plosives. That's a pluralatives.
And the thing
what the fuck was I talking?
See, the thing is now we activated the condenser.
No, compressor.
Compressor. That's what it is. But anyway,
air compressor.
The next piece of gear that we bought, bam. I think hands down. Yeah, there's the other one, and we still use these, by the way.
This is still plugged into my computer because of the amazing software that comes with this.
Is this. I think when it comes to dollar, hands down, this is the best microphone you can buy.
The best condenser mic on the market. That's the Elgato Wave 3. It is by far, not just in sound quality, but the fucking software you get with it is by far the best thing you can buy when it comes to just gaming,
streaming, everything.
Any kind of microphone.
That software gives you so much control over everything, and I think that's what you pay for. The microphone, it's good. It's not.
I say it rivals. I want to say it rivals the Yeti.
I could see that in terms of quality.
In terms of condenser voice quality.
Yeah,
it rivals the Yeti, but the software is what just drives it home.
Yeah, that's what sells
so much
it.
Better.
And just to put into perspective, we have new microphones. We all use these
Rode Pod mics.
We still use
what the fuck did you say?
I try to repeat it without actually understanding what you said. So it's mics.
I said Rode Pod mic. You said Rod Pod mics.
It's language.exe has crashed.
You slapped the E in the wrong place.
You're lucky that I didn't add an H to it.
No, I was waiting for that fucking hidden R.
It's we got that road. But anyways, the software is the reason why we say that it's good is because even though we have these new microphones, we still use that. Sometimes we will mute them just to use the software.
Mine's always muted. Yeah. I use the software.
And it's because it's basically an audio mixer. You're able to grab audio from different applications and you're able to mix them to have the perfect balance of your voice, because your voice has to be the loudest because you want to be the you need to have that presence.
Yeah, your voice is the show.
Drive, yeah.
It's the.
And then you want your game, and so many times I watch streams, and even some of ours have had that mistake when we don't fix the audio. Sometimes we have those issues where it's the music for the game is too low.
Yeah.
And then it sounds a little too empty, because when you're playing games, when you're playing, say, a game that is not constant action like Call of Duty, for example, you're playing
The Sims.
Yeah, you're playing The Sims. You're playing Guild Wars 2. Yeah, there's even New World. There's a lot of times you're just walking. Yeah. And as much as you want to talk and narrate everything that you're doing, you're going to run out of content.
Yeah, or at least you need to take a breath and just hang out for a second, and then if the music is too quiet, it's just like a dead silence.
It makes it awkward for everybody. It kind of like kills the whole vibe. And remember that people have very short spams.
Short spams?
No, goddamn it. Short attention spams. Not spam.
Spans.
Yeah. Okay. Not spam. Spams is the ham.
Never had spam. Still.
Oh, it's delicious. It's like I always like make spam sandwiches. Yeah, but you have a very short attention span. To the point that if you don't visually motivate them or
audio.
Yeah. What's the word for that? Visually? It's not orally because that sounds weird. Audibly. There you go.
Audibly.
Yeah. Audibly. Yeah, like audible.
Yeah,
audibly.
okay.
So like if you don't audibly stimulate them, they will lose attention. They'll just move on. And that's why the software helps you in that, because you're able to mix that, and you can always keep an eye on what needs to be adjusted, and you can just adjust it on the fly. Yeah. And that's why I said like we quickly upgrade to microphones. After that, the only reason why we went to these type of microphones is because, well, look how close the computers are. Yeah. We are divided in groups of 2.
You're actually right now. You're looking at us 2. There are 3 computers. There's one right there, and there's 2 right here. There's 3 computers just sitting right here.
And downstairs, there's 2 computers right next to each other. And like it or not, these microphones, these are condenser microphones. They're, I think, better than what we're using now when it comes to sound.
They're more technologically advanced. Technically, what we're using, dynamic microphones, have been around since the 50s.
Yes, the microphones were a thing.
This is what the original microphones that were invented are. Yeah. Condensers they're the microphones that
were supposed to replace these.
I mean, well, they kind of did. Yeah. In almost every aspect except for
but then you kind of like realize that they were not able to cover everything. Like each has like their use. Like,
yeah, so like condenser has a very wide audible range. So they can, when it comes to picking up your vocal range for singers, for anyone who's doing anything that is, what's the word I'm looking for? Like
studio type of recording.
Yeah, where all of the audio range matters, you use a condenser.
In a controlled environment, pretty much.
It has to be in a controlled environment because it will pick everything. Fucking hear everything. The drop of a pin across the room.
And that was the thing of like when it comes to the gain, like when it comes to condenser mics, the gain, yes, it makes like the audio louder, but it also opens up your microphone to listen to more audio. So
I mean that happens with these too.
But I think it's just like more exaggerated when it comes to condenser.
It is
because with a condenser, if you put it like in the very low, you'll try to like hear just you. If you open that mic, you'll hear your neighbor, farting in the backyard. Yeah. Because like you'll pick you and everything behind you. And the thing is, if you're just streaming by yourself, you have a game room, you're in your room, and there's nothing.
If you're isolated and you don't have a wife sitting next to you or a roommate sitting across the room talking, then a condenser is perfect. It's perfectly fine.
And in that case, get one of those because like that's what we did, and that's the only reason why we swapped to them, and not even swap because we started using them. And that kind of reminds me of like I hate to be like I don't know why I said I hate. I don't know.
Why do you declare that I hate?
But I'm like I try not to be a fanboy with any brand. Like
you say as you pick up all your Elgato,
all my Elgato stuff, because like they're on the money. They know their market and they know how to do stuff that we want.
No, Elgato. When it comes to if you're ever looking into doing any kind of streaming or even just content creation in general, go Elgato.
It's pricey, but it's worth every penny.
It really is. The only thing I don't know if I can justify buying is this cam link.
The cam links.
Yeah. So the cam link that I'm using it's a fucking like some Chinese like knockoff.
Yeah, it was like
it's like HD something. Yeah, I bought it for $27. My video is being fed into it right now. So what you're seeing is a $27 cam link.
Yeah, over that one.
So I mean, this is 110, 100.
Yeah,
it's expensive. They're expensive. This little thing.
Yeah, I think that one's 110.
And all this does technically, there's an HDMI port and then there's a USB. It just converts HDMI
to USB
output to USB input. So
basically, like digitizes your vid feed, and then there's these other capture cards. These are the external ones.
So those are worth it.
But I mean, technically, now that they've done the cam link, these two are pretty much the same.
They are,
with the only exception that there's no output. That's the trade off.
I think that's I like that.
Yeah, because like that's why we have a projector downstairs, and we were playing Mario Tennis.
Oh my god!
And then what we did
really want to play that.
is I didn't have to, like, if I had to use this to put my Switch over to the projector, because we didn't have a cord long enough, and we wanted to listen to audio, so we have to connect my computer to it so we can send the audio over to the sound bar.
Yeah.
Because, well, our sound bar is in front of us and the projector is behind us. So we had to like do some like, you know,
witchcraft.
Some witchcraft to it. So basically what I was doing was I had my Switch connected to this,
which was connected to
my computer, and I was basically just taking the audio from this and sending it over to the sound bar while the motherfucker. Well, the output.
I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, like while the output was going to the projector, so that way we were basically this thing split both things and then give it to us in the same direction.
Yeah, it was.
That's sexual as fuck too. But yeah, that's one of the. These are more expensive. I think they're like 160.
I think it's 160 now.
There's better versions. It's just the HD60S, but then there is like a bunch of new ones. I think there's a 4K one.
Yeah,
and then
I have the internal one.
Yeah, and then it's like
card.
That's the thing is that you can have these, which are external, and you can have internal ones like the one on that computer, which basically feeds into another computer, so you can send your video feed,
my gaming video into another computer, which sends it.
But like I think like the justification is like they tend to be more reliable, and there's like sometimes there's a little bit of like lag. But that only matters if you're, I think it only matters if you're playing using that, the capture card.
Oh, yeah.
The image. Because like, say like if you get like a $20, $30 capture card, if you're filming, that's all you need.
Yep.
Because like,
right now, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's like, you don't need like, you know, perfect response time.
Right.
But if you're say you want to play your Switch on your PC, and you put
if you plug your Switch into the card and then the card into the PC, and then you use OBS like we're using here to play the game, you're gonna feel a little bit of input lag.
Yeah, at that point Stadia might look, you know, better than playing your Switch that way because of the input lag. It's like really bad. I've tried it.
Stadia?
No, I tried it like with like a $30 video card, and I was like, hey,
I tried it with mine before. Yeah, I tried it with we were playing, I think it was, luckily it was only Pokemon, so it wasn't like something I had to.
Oh, I guess it was like more turn-based.
Yeah, so
like fighting games and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's no way.
Couldn't even do Hadouken.
Nope, couldn't do Hadouken. Could not.
I think Elgato has been on the money. We have like a lot of things, like we've tried Logitechs and a bunch of shit. But I think like if you're like your thing is like streaming or even it can be even used for
video editing
and stuff,
Photoshop.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's like Elgato's making this stuff again, and the thing is because they specialize in that area, they're able to give you the good stuff.
Yeah,
and like you're playing premium. Like even our lights at this moment are also Elgato. We have Key Light Airs.
Yep,
and yeah, we can have ring lights that you can buy at Walmart. We've had them before, but the thing about it is how easily it is for us to adjust them, to be able to control them, you know, remotely and stuff. We can have an editor on the other side, and if he doesn't like how the image looks, he can adjust them on that side.
You can't even tell right now, but I'm gonna go and do it right now while we're talking.
All right, are you gonna present the sun?
I'm gonna.
Nah, I'm yellow. No, I'm brown.
Friend, that's what you were. Oh, we're this way. There's like.
Oh my god! And then you meet the sun.
But yeah, so
yeah,
like we actually have the ring lights that you can get at Walmart.
Yeah,
and you have to get up and you have to hit the controller and you have to hit the button.
Right.
And there are it's not a common occurrence, but there's sometimes where you want less light and then you hit 1 and you're like, but I need
That's
more
too
like
much,
this
yeah.
than that.
Yeah,
And
you get in
these-
that mid step.
yeah, and you get like, you can go and you can adjust this by
Fine-tune it,
fucking
yeah.
1%.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Now, one of the other cool things is that those ring lights, as much as you want, they don't diffuse the light as much because the diffuser is only basically just frosted plastic.
It is. It's only frosted plastic.
Yeah. These ones have reflectors and stuff. Like the LEDs, I believe they're pointing like in and
I
back.
think it's. I actually
And
think
then we
it's.
can-
Isn't it
Edge lit, isn't
edge
it?
lit?
Yeah.
And then there's
The diffuser?
reflective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the light is not harsh. Even if you put it all the way max, you're not going to be able to see like very like harsh light.
Yeah, it's not. It's not even like.
Even
It
if-
looks bright on the recording. It's not as bright
as you think it is.
as you think it is.
Yeah. It might look that bright because the lens is like the aperture is open right now.
Yeah.
We're using a lot less light than you think. But
Yeah. It's actually kind of dark in here.
it is pretty dark. And that's the reason why we couldn't see Lily.
Yeah, exactly. She like completely blended into that black window.
Yeah, it's like and that brings me to the other thing is like the Stream Deck. I think that's another one of our best upgrades.
When besides audio and video, the Stream Deck is literally like the best upgrade we have ever.
Right. And the thing is, we haven't tried any other Stream Decks other than
Well, I mean, Leorn board is technically
okay, yeah,
a
it's
Stream
a
Deck.
digital one.
And Leorn board has its place with the Stream Deck. I'm not saying that Leorn board or the Stream Deck completely replaces
Yeah.
Leorn board.
In fact, they complement each other.
They do. They work so well together.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that you can do on the Stream Deck, you can do with Leorn board. Leorn board's a complete. If you don't know what it is, it's a software.
Yeah.
Completely free to download. It does kind of have a steep learning curve.
Right.
If you have any like, I mean, if you're decent with computers or have any kind of like, even a little bit of programming background,
Right.
it won't be hard
Yeah.
to pick up. But like the Stream Deck, I will say the Stream Deck is way more user friendly.
Mm.
The one thing I don't know if Stream Deck has this, because when I got my Stream Deck, it didn't
Yeah.
have this. It might now, but I don't know if the Stream Deck has access to API and Twitch triggers. And if it does, then
Yeah.
I can actually completely get rid of
Remove
Leorn board.
okay.
And that's the only thing that Leorn board has over Stream Deck that I know of. Right
Yeah.
now, it might actually have it. So
Yeah, the thing is like I said, since they are pandering to the market of like
Yeah.
streamers and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have it already or if they're gonna like have it soon.
honestly, they probably have it already.
'Cause I mean, like-
it's probably something I have to go download.
Yeah.
Like, in Elgato, you can actually download. They're not apps. They're like extensions.
Yeah, I guess you would call it extensions. And there's a whole ton.
There's a
of
lot of you can use like what is it, IFTT?
Yes, that's oh my god.
And like you can control your house with your
Yeah.
Stream Deck, like straight up.
One
this thing-
button
this-
unlock everything.
This thing right here, it might only look like it has what 15 buttons,
16.
16,
Yeah. No, 15.
and that's 15.
Yeah, 15. There's only 3 rows. I forgot.
3 rows of 5. Come on now,
What
it's basic math. Anyway,
the fuck
Maths.
did I get 16?
maths. It's optional.
Oh, I thought it was
maybe
like
you thought it
4-4.
4-4.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's actually more than that because you can put folders of buttons inside of the
Yeah.
buttons. So you get like, actually you have like
An unlimited amount.
kind of, yeah.
Because you can put folders within folders.
Yeah, it's nuts. There's way more than you actually think you can do
Yeah.
with this thing. And with the extensions, you can control OBS, you can control Twitch, you
Right.
can control
Your lights.
like your lights, your IFTT, you can
Yeah.
control. Like
I mean,
since
even these
anything that's
lights are-
Elgato
yeah.
based, you can control that. It's
Mute your mic and a bunch of stuff. You can get like little feedbacks. Like if you're doing Twitch, you can check how many people are like watching your stream just been doing
Right.
it, and it's a lot more accurate than
Twitch's
your
actual.
yeah than your Twitch's actual counter. So like yeah, you can do a lot of things. Like if you know they're not necessary,
They're not.
but they will help you. Like
It is 100%. It is a 1000% upgrade to quality of life.
yes, and it's not one of those purchases that you're like for example, we went through quite a few microphones. I
Yeah.
believe that you went through 4. It was
A headset. I started with headset, and then I went to.
Razer.
I think it was the Razer Siren.
Anyway,
Then it was Yeti.
they have
And then
two-
it was Wave.
That's right.
And now it's the Rode. And
Okay.
these are the only thing I'll be honest with you, these microphones sound so good.
Yes.
And it's not necessarily the microphone.
Right.
It's the sound, it's the mixture of soundboard.
That actually brings it to the next one. So after the Stream Deck, I think it like this, it's not necessary, but it will like make your life easier.
Yeah.
But if you follow the whole thing about how audio is so important, get yourself an XLR mic, like a dynamic one, and a soundboard. I don't want to touch it because like we spent about half an hour trying to make sure that we could hear everything. And we actually work in a feature so we could like hear everything and hear ourselves.
Yeah.
And not once did we watch a video on this podcast.
No, but it was
But now we know.
more for something in the future because we would like to invite guests and stuff.
Yeah.
To talk with us and stuff. So
Yeah,
I might start reaching out. Maybe we'll record a podcast this weekend with someone.
Where we're gonna invite?
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll
LL
see.
Cool J. You think he'll reply?
Morgan Freeman.
There we go.
Yeah.
He-
We'll invite God himself.
Yeah. And because he's God, he has to respond to the prayers.
Oh, there you go. Now, I don't know. I have a couple people in mind. No one
Very
important.
famous. Morgan Freeman.
No one
Yeah.
famous.
Let me see your phone. I want to see Morgan Freeman's number.
No one famous. No one.
Right, but
It'll just be for funsies.
But I mean, I think that's like out of everything, that was the bestest purchase of all.
Bestest.
The audio mixer and the microphones, because I think that improved everything. Because if you think about it, when you think of the nature of streaming,
Yeah.
most of it is, I call it secondary entertainment. And I'm not putting that. Yeah, like I'm not putting down the industry of it. I mean, we stream ourselves, and I'm not putting myself down because most of the time people don't primarily watch a streamer.
Right. You're doing something. You're studying. You're playing a game.
Exactly. Most of the time you're doing something and you want something on the side to entertain you. And if you think about it that way, they're listening to you more than they are watching you play. There are times when the stream gets hectic and you're actually
She's coming up to check on me, make sure I'm fine after scaring the ever living shit out of me.
But for the most part, you're just listening to it.
Yeah.
I mean, even the big streamers, if you think about it, it doesn't matter who it is. At one point, at any given point, well, hello there. At any given point,
There she is.
You're just there. See, that's the call. That's why we couldn't see her in the shadows. Look how she blends in my shirt.
Yeah, you can she was across the room in a black window. You couldn't see her except for glowing yellow eyes staring at you.
Oh God, you're so cute.
She's so soft and so cute.
She's very cute. And very gentle too. And skittish. If I do this. Oh, she
didn't flinch.
She didn't flinch today. Now she's stop touching shit. But yeah, I think if you ever go into hardware, we kind of went on a hardware and rant.
Yeah, kind of.
Nobody even rant, but that's the upgrades that we've made so far.
This is a stop touching shit. A random podcast. We talked about
Maids,
nannies and maids and
poop knives,
a little bit of poop knife and hardware.
We should just cut to her in between us. Look at that. And now the podcast has been stolen.
Yep, Lily's here. This is
her podcast now.
Yeah, this is her cue to tell us to get the fuck out because she's
Why do cats do that?
What?
Why is their tail always up?
That's when they're happy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Really? You can go over that one conga line style, but mine you have to molest.
It's just like
yeah. Is that really what the tails are?
If their tails are up, they're happy. If they flick their tail, they're agitated.
Oh, really?
If their tail's fluffy, because even she does it when she gets scared, her tail gets fucking poofy.
Oh, really?
It looks like this fucking poof ball at the end of my mic.
That's when they're ready to attack.
That's when they're terrified.
Oh,
they're scared or they're in when they're.
So if I see fluffy tail, run.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, she's probably running.
No,
already.
She already left me behind.
Minnie scared her the other day, and her tail was just fluff ball. But yeah.
I always wonder, like, is like, I'll be playing with her, and I was like, well, it's really cute, but like, I really don't want to like be staring at your third eye hole.
So when cats show, okay, so for those of you who don't know, when cats show you their butthole,
Yeah.
it means that they trust you.
What?
Yeah, because they're like, this,
They're
you're
trying to
allowed to
seduce
look
you?
at my asshole.
Really?
Because if you think about it, they're predators. The last thing they want you to do is
Look at their asshole.
come attack their asshole.
You know, they're a lot like people. I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, you know, like when
you trust someone, you show
you show them your asshole.
butthole.
I think just like a general rule in life, it's like if you have seen somebody else's asshole, they trust you a lot. It means a lot more than you think.
Wait a second.
What?
I saw Bigfoot's asshole
When?
after he pulled me out the window by my wings.